Hello, this is the Neri, and I am back for what will be my final restoring video. Basically, I'm just going through, instead of doing like an end of year binder tour, since I decided to do quite a few changes to my collections, decided to just restore all my collections. So the vast majority of my collections are JYPE entertainment groups. I've already done them, so these are all the groups that are not under JYPE entertainment. This is everything that needs to be stored. And let me pull out the first. Let's see, where does this end? I'm almost there. Almost there. There we go. So this is my miscellaneous hide binder. I'm not sure if I'll like keep them on their own or kind of put them with the rest of my collections, since I have dropped NJYPE and Team, so the only ones that I have are just the 3 members from 17 that make up the subgroup. Oh, Busokso? Yes. I am collecting their cards pretty much from their subunit release, which is what this is. And then I decided to go ahead and collect their yeah. Why do I have them like this? This is so weird. Oh well. But yes, all the 17 releases since then, I've been collecting at least 3 cards from each release. And this is just kind of like a chill little collection. I've been very happy with it. Okay, now that I verified that I have it all in frame, and I'm not sure if I've actually shown this since I completed their 17th Heaven cards. And again, I'm doing that like this. I do not know why. But yeah, like I said, it's just a small little collection. I'm very happy with it. I'm not much of a 17 fan, but I did like FML a lot, and oh my gosh, God of Music, love that track. Not as much as in love with the other tracks on the album, but God of Music, top tier. It is worth it just for that. And I don't think the other ones I felt were like all that bad either. They didn't stand out. I mean, I really liked FML in general, so their group I like enough that I'm okay with getting their releases, especially since I'm only doing this small little collection. And yeah, these are the bigger inclusions. And basically, if I pull anything that has any of DK, Sungkwan, or Hoshi, I'm keeping it. So that's what all that is. Oh, and I did get their the Target version of Always Yours, pretty much because it was more or less like a best of album for their Japanese releases. And I thought it just made a lot of sense to pick it up, and I'm very glad I did. They do have some really nice Japanese tracks. That said, as you can probably tell, as I've only begun to start making this one, but Sserafim. So I have when I got into Sserafim, it was with their second release, Fearless. I wasn't quite sure who my favorite was, so I decided to richly collect my top 3, which were Sakura, Yunjin, and Kazuha. Over time though, I found like out of those 3, I really like Sakura, and I could definitely consider her my bias now. So I decided to downsize the collection a bit, so I am only collecting Sakura now. I still need to get their latest release, but up until then though, I'm good. I at least have everything. So yeah, that is how I wanted to do that, because it was just going to be awkward because there were only 4 photo cards for... Oh wait, I said Fearless. Anti-Fragile was their second release. I'm sorry. But yeah, Anti-Fragile is what got me in. I'm very much looking forward to collecting their new release. Though I don't have the pages for it because I just never got around to it, and honestly, this month I ran into some unexpected expenses for my car, and that definitely took precedence over K-pop. So I guess this coming month of March, I'm going to try my best with catching up. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, I am blinking. Oh, no. Now I just confused myself with how I've been storing them. Supposed to be like that. Okay. J1, Sakura. Where is the next? Next J1. Next Sakura. Yeah. Because even though I'm only collecting Sakura now, any OT5 collections I have, I'm definitely keeping, because I still do, I really do like the group in general. I just needed to cut back on Photocard collection or collecting, and I figured that was kind of a nice, easy way to do that. I do hope that I can keep doing some OT5 collections here and there and keep that going. And of course with units, I want to collect all the units because it's nice to have at least a little something for everyone. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the new release. I have to double check things, because yeah, we have units, but we also seem to have like quite a few group cards for at least the like US store exclusives. They all seem to be unit cards. I really need to like tape those in place. And then we have this, and this is just for random cards. This is for Sakura cards when she was in Eyes One, and I'm just throwing it here. I got that card pretty much when I was collecting all those 3 members to like fill out a page, and then when I changed my mind, it's like, well, I'm not gonna get rid of it. I collect Sakura now, so I can get like extra cards for her if I want to, and that is something I do want to do, is kind of expand, especially since I'm more or less caught up, and it looks like it's gonna be pretty easy to catch up with the new release and the Photocard situation, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, doing a flip through. Like I would like to get more of her Japanese cards, because they're pretty inexpensive. This page makes me so happy. And then the larger inclusions. All right, and I think we can just, no, okay. I will pull this up so that way it doesn't do that again. But those were POBs that I got for ordering their, I think they're Weavers editions for Anti-Fragile off of Aladdin. I didn't expect to get them, but I did, so not gonna complain. So yeah, that's that binder. Like I said, I am thinking of maybe just merging these collections with my other miscellaneous binders, since I don't really see myself really actively collecting any other hype groups outside of the one hype group that, you know, they have their own binders because they're very special. And let's move on to them. And yeah, TXT. TXT is actually my first Photocard collection for K-pop ever, so they were kind of the group that kind of got me back into K-pop, since I've been into K-pop around like 2nd gen, but that kind of fell out. I just didn't follow. I have no idea what happened during 3rd gen. I was just totally out of it then. But then I started going back and checking out groups, and I found TXT, and they just kind of brought me back in. So this is a very special collection. I have not done any downsizing for this one. Will never. I did it once since I started off as collecting OT5, and I've gone down to just collecting my top 3, and that is as far as I'm going. So these collections, one of these days I will fill in the blanks here. Yes. And then let me get their cards. They are one of my larger collections. Yeah. So this should be everything. But yes, top 3, not in any order other than age order. Subin, Taeyeon, and Hyunkai. And I started collecting them for eternity. So before they actually got, before Blue Hour, and they actually started having regular sized photo cards. But yeah, Blue Hour was the first release after I got into them, like their new release, because Eternity had already been released by the time I did. So I got to collect back then, which, well, yeah, which made it a little easier, though I pulled my Subin, so like I would only pull like Subin and Hyun and Kai from that blue version. It was ridiculous. Mostly Hyun and Kai. Let's see. But that's just how old this collection is. Of course, they've announced their next release, and I am not ready for it. Not ready for it at all. I thought they were going to do another Japanese release, which would have been nice because that would have given me some time, because I'm not even done with their latest release, their Korean release, Photocard wise. So it's mainly just the Weavers cards that I need to get, because they decided to like double the amounts they were releasing for that. But yeah, so this year it'll definitely be a lot of work on just trying to catch up. And of course I still need to get at least one of their season's greetings, because I try every year to get at least one card for top 3 from their season's greetings. Still haven't done that, but I'm not in a big hurry. But yes, at least till Name Chapter Temptation, I am all good and caught up. And it worked out so perfectly with just the 2 Weavers. Well, yeah, the 2 Weavers cards, and then you got that. Not really a digipack, but like I guess the member editions. Free fall. Yeah. I still need to get the Subins for the reality version. I've just been taking my time, because usually there's a good amount of time between releases. But I guess that's going to be a priority for my next Neokyo haul. I did get the missing Taehyun, though, from, what is this? Melancholy. So this page is at least going to be finished, and I have everyone for this. What is this? Clarity. Yeah, Clarity I'm all done with. And I'll be done with Melancholy, just Reality and the Weavers. Okay, so it just trips me up trying to remember which ones I have and don't have. Except for Hyun and Kai, since I don't have any of his. But yeah, some of them, they look so similar. And it's like, wait, do I have this? I don't want to rebuy this. And then for this, I decided to use the group cards I do need. Pretty sure there were 3 of them. And if not, I'll just leave that as it is. But yes. I really need the Weavers cards for free fall. And again, just not ready for another comeback from them. So while I do try to get Season's Greetings cards, let's see, for 2022 I got Deco Kit because the Season's Greetings cards, they were all random and just were insanely expensive. So it's like, nah, I'll skip that year and now get the Deco Kit instead. So that is that. So these are the last 3 years. And this is set up for the new one. Speaking of Deco Kit, I do have some other cards from it, or maybe not so much cards, but no, they're like the Polaroid things, because I got them in sets and they're nice and inexpensive. And definitely, I was just at that time wanted to expand this collection because, again, TXT very special to me, and it's like I feel like it's one of my smaller collections, and I wanted to grow it. And now we go to their Japanese cards here. And I got 2 sets from that just because I wanted to fill this whole page up for these 2 releases, and I decided to get 3 cards from, what is this? Yeah, Good Boy Gone Bad. If I was going to get 3 cards from this set, then I needed to fill that page with something. And then this is Sweet, which I also have 3 cards for, but one of them is like a signature card. So, or message / signature card. So I have that all done. Okay. And then I do have some OT5 sets. Like some of my other collections, for this I go leader, then age, which is why Subin goes first. Okay. But these are, yeah, the first 2 sets here, as you can see, they're the Star Seeker cards. And then we have these Target cards, since they did these member editions and they're like regular cards. They've been getting weird with their Target exclusive cards of late. But that's the Subin and the Yunjin. And these are, of course, all complete. But yeah, if there's like some simple, easy OT5 sets that I can collect from an album, I will. Come on. And then these are the old Target exclusives where they did these group cards for a little while. This came from the Deco Kit, but I only have that 1 unit. Then I need to get from Sweet, I need to get more of the unit cards, and these were pops that I got from ordering from K-Pop USA. I didn't ask for them, just if you order, I think, more than $50 from them, they will randomly send you a POB. And those are the two I have. And since they're two of the members I collect, I decided to just, you know, hang on to them. So, going through everything. That's such a nice set. Cannot wait for these to be done. Because these will look real nice too. Especially when I have these pages filled. But yeah, I just don't feel like I'm anywhere near ready for their next. But I think it's because I've just been dragging my feet so long with, you know, collecting for free fall. But yeah, all these kind of like odd shape cards I've just been keeping here in the back. I'm not sure what else to do with them. That's at least the photo cards for TXT. We'll just do a quick flip through of larger inclusions, which one of these days I need to work on. They're one of the groups I definitely want to get like their larger inclusions of. Eee. Especially since, you know, I have like all of these and I was really good at making sure that, you know, I had these for a while. And then I just kind of fell off. Yeah. Pretty much here. It really would not be that difficult for me to pick up again. Of course, more deco, kid stuff. Of course, need to get more of their postcards too. Again, for the most part, I've just really fallen off here. Okay. I want to say I have a Taeyong, and maybe not yet. I think the one I'm thinking of is on the way. But yeah, I just went ahead and kept these pages and threw them here in the back. I would like to have at least the rest of my top 3, if I could. But again, I would need to catch up with everything else because larger inclusions, I'm not as worried about collecting as I am the photo cards themselves. All right, and now we go to my first miscellaneous and we start getting into some J-pop. Okay, that is the entire pile for this binder. So I like the group Kiss My Foot too. They are a Japanese J-pop group. Favorite member is Senga, and that's right. I do have, I actually found like there are a couple other trading cards that I can add, and they'll be on their way with my Yokyo haul that I put in like the packing request, so I'm just waiting for them to actually pack it up. But that will have like 2 more, so I can at least finish that. And then for trading cards, they're not a group that's ever really done much with trading cards before. But for their latest tour, for Dear Life, they had these trading card packs. So I got the group, which comes with unit cards, and yes, they're all gonna be facing all kinds of ways because that is how they decided to do it. Oh wait, I forgot, it's the next one that fills out like that. So yeah, like I said, I got the group, and then my favorite member is Senga Kento, and my second favorite is Fujikaya Taisuke. So I got their sets as well, and they're all sets of 5. I was kind of tempted to get my third favorite, which is Tamamori Yuta, but in the end decided not to. That, you know, the top 2 is fine with me. But if they ever get more trading cards, I will definitely buy them, which is why they're in this binder. And these are random goodies. And then we have photo cards. I think this is for possible future photo cards, or not photo cards, but just photos, because this is the main thing that idols usually release, are photos of some sort. I did actually happen to have 4 of Senga. They're pretty old though, because with the J there, not the actual group name, so this is their pre-debut. And I did have some for Yoko Wataru, who's another member, Kiss My Foot too, so got him there. And then we have more J-pop. This is for Morning Musume's Ora Sakura. I'm not really into the group anymore, but I'm still a fan of Sakura. And I wanted to collect all her trading cards. Now, trading cards for like J-pop groups, they're not exactly the same as with Korean groups. Like, they're mostly just, if they come with a CD release, they're first press only. So if you get any other pressings outside of that first press, you're not going to get a trading card with the release. In fact, some of them are just pre-order goods, which we'll see later. But for Morning Musume, they release their trading cards like this only with their CD single releases, and it's only with the first press. And I have most of hers. Most of what I'm missing from her are the really early ones, since they started in 2014 doing this. Before they had these kind of like profile photo things. They're a little bigger than what a profile photo is that comes with like a Korean album, but that was what they used to do. But then they moved to these trading cards in 2014. And they've had them ever since. They're pretty standard, just concept only, though with some of these later ones, they're finally kind of breaking away from being so standardized. Oh, that's not Sakura. Okay, no, I did get this right. Threw me off because I forgot. Since, as you can see, here they actually start with something other than a white plain background. And that was in 2020. And these three are the latest three, which seems to be the next evolution of trading cards. Where they have these little borders, and only one is like plain background, though we did actually have like some actual textured kind of backgrounds there. But then we have this more like natural look. I actually really love that one. But unfortunately, the backs of them got really ugly. Like, so for the early ones, you know, they at least have some design to them. Questionable design, but it's design. And then in 2016, they kind of went to these kind of more basic looking things, but it was okay-ish. And then they started this with their lone 2023 release, and it is definitely the worst of them all. They've just been progressively getting worse and worse. So, oh, and in getting some of her photo cards, I ended up with some of her photos, and yeah, that's where those came from. And then next we actually have some K-pop, which is Kingdom. I love this group. I have fallen a bit behind though with collecting and everything, but I need to catch up. But I do love Kingdom still, and I'm still collecting for them. So for their debut release, they only had like one photo card for each member, and since I was pretty much there for their debut, I did get OT7. And then they had these message cards, which I collected OT7 for as well. I mean, if I could, I would do OT7 for everything for this group. They're not like impossible to collect for, but they're not the easiest to collect for either. So like, I'm trying to hunt down all of these little things and having some trouble, though I should have one on the way. At least be able to like move that one. But for who I collect for everything is Ivan, Don, and Mujin. So for those three, I have all their cards, except for their most recent release, which I need to hurry up. And that's kind of like one of the reasons why I just needed to downsize, was that I had these collections which I love, like Kingdom, but they kept falling to the wayside because of other collections. So hopefully with less that I'm collecting for, I don't have to worry about that. Especially with like the J-pop groups, because they don't release as much and their stuff is much easier to find, like Mercury Japan, and so cheap. Those are like the easiest collection by far. Which is why I don't mind picking up
those too much, but even then, you know, I'm not gonna do a whole lot. Kiss my foot too, yes. There's another one I'm doing, which we'll get to, I think, with the next binder. Yeah, it should be the next binder. And okay, and these two, I got sealed copies of Mugen's album. And those were my pulls for that. So I've decided to just keep whatever pulls I do, because I do want to get like a sealed album for each version, for each release. But yeah, small little collection, but I am very, very happy with it. All right. And then we just have one more miscellaneous binder, and then after that we have a binder that is basically, yeah, dedicated to one group. All right. So we start off, let's see. And I recently got into StayC, and I'm still gonna stick with them. I have decided though to collect my top 3, since I was originally just gonna collect Seon. Wait, that makes no sense. What am I doing? Sorry, I had this set up somehow, and I cannot for the life of me figure it out now. So there are two digipack. Oh, did I never get around to adjusting? I may not have. So this is just going to be a mess, and I apologize for that. Wait, that's digipack. All right, I apologize. I am a mess right now. Maybe I need to start from the back. All right, the back. So I am gonna collect like random cards. Originally I got those to fill out a page for her. Okay. And that's going to be empty because I have a plan for that. Unlike everything else, which is just mess. But I decided to also collect Isa and Jay. again, I'm not really sure what I was going to do with these pages. So this has to be for these. And what I have a feeling I thought about this and never got around to actually going through with it. That would explain so much. so much. Oh, I think I know what I was doing with this though. How was I setting that up? Like that? Yeah. I'll fix it later. Okay. So that makes sense now. I have no idea what this is. We're just gonna throw these in here, and I definitely need a couple more pages. This is not how it's gonna end up being. Everything from here on, yes. So this is just miscellaneous for now because I'm really just focusing on trying to finish up Teen Fresh. I at least should be done with these compact, or are they the Nemo versions? I think so. That should be done soon. And since you get a full set of 6 cards with each one, I'm getting like an extra or a full set of that. And these are actually going to be extras, but I'm going to keep them on this page. And then have this be another OT6 set, which I might flip with these, but we'll see. Yeah, and that was my plan. I need more pages because I did not set that up as well as I wanted to. Okay, so this is for a J-pop group. It should be the last one that we will see. Naniwa Danshi. So originally I decided to just collect one member, Ohashi or Hasun. But then I decided to collect top 3 because again, these are really easy to collect. So yeah, when I get my next Nyokyo haul, that will have the rest of that. This page is for an OT7 set. Since with their debut release, they have a special release that has a full clear set card set of all 7 members, and that's what I'm getting. What I plan on getting, and I'll fill that page with that. There are actually earlier clear cards, and this is one of the cases where the clear cards are more pre-order benefits than anything else, but they're all these kind of clear cards. So but they're easy to get, and gonna have my top 3 members there. And yeah, I have full sets, so this is going to be all done except for that OT7 set. But the other 2 pages will be complete. So it's looking empty right now, but that will change shortly. And then decided I am sticking around with Xikers. I do enjoy this group, and it does help that I'm only collecting one member. One thing I did decide to do and kind of let go of was that I had been also collecting like 2 album cards each of the other members, or at least 3 of the other members for their releases. But with the fact that they're still missing a member with this upcoming 3rd one, and he was not a part of the 3 members I had been collecting for the first release, I decided to just not bother and drop that. So it's just going to be Seon. I should remember Seon. Seeing as I have 2 different people named Seon that I collect for. But yes, so his random cards, and I think I'm just keeping that group card here for now. From their first Nemo / platform version, there were full member sets, so I'm keeping those as well as these since they came in with their debut release. I figured I should be okay with that. So if they release anything like their Nemo editions where they have a full set of members, I'll keep those. But other than that, it's just Seon for me. What on earth was I thinking here? Why do I have a blank page? I wonder if that's set up for... No, that wouldn't be in the right place. I don't know. Past me might have known. Current me, no idea. All right, and then I could probably use those extra, well, I'll deal with that later. So yes, Xikers collection, which is, I still love this card. I'm so glad I at least was able to afford to get his Kiki's delivery service. And then I just kept my pulls for the most part for these things. Not sure if I'll continue with that or drop down, and this has to be like set up for the next one. Okay. And even though so much of what I'm doing is all about downsizing, I did decide to pick up a collection. But it's going to be a very small collection. I don't actually have much for it now. But Rise, I love their music. I'm one of those people that it sounds like their music was meant for me. Some of it's taken a while for me to grow, to grow on me, but oh, Talk Sexy, I love that. Get a Guitar. Love 119 took a little while, but I'll come around to it. Same with Memories. So yes, even though I was mainly listening because of Sungchan and Shotaro, my favorite member has become Sohee. I don't have any cards for Sohee, but also this is going to be one of those groups that I'm not going to do a full collection for. Sohee, I'm only collecting 3 cards, pure physical release.
I do have some on the way though. So I will have something eventually. Though I'm not completely abandoning Sungchan. For him, I still have a soft spot, so I'm gonna collect at least one card, pure release for him. That's how I'm gonna go. Oh, and this page, I did get the season's greetings for Sohee. And that's the only other thing. It's like, I'll get a season's greetings and 3 cards pure physical release, 1 card for Sungchan. And then this is all of Sungchan's NCT cards that I just could not get rid of. So instead, I've given them a new home. And they can just stay here. But I figure if I'm gonna keep it like that small and not collect that many, I should be okay with having this as a collection. Kind of like my Busokso collection. And I have that as well for Sungchan. And I do have one more collection. Yet, honestly, he wasn't like a top favorite of mine when he was in Treasure, but I did like him. And then he released his solo, I guess, mini album, and I love it. I love the songs. I do have a soft spot for Treasure, which, as you may have noticed, I'm not, well, actually this wouldn't even be the right page for these. I dropped collecting my top Treasure members, but I decided that I'm gonna get, you know, these Yadam. His past photo cards, and that'll be my little ode to Treasure. I mean, I don't know, their music just doesn't hit with me. Their more current stuff is their earlier stuff. And like I said, I really liked his mini album. And if he keeps going in that direction musically, then I am gonna be so there for it. And that's just going to be a really, really chill collection. I mean, as you saw, I didn't even have any of the photo cards for his solo, but I will get them eventually. And then the last one, we have NCT. I have gone down to just collecting members of Dream for the most part. I do have the old Super M, which is, I only collected Mark and Taeyong, and I figured I'll just hang on to that. And that's all that's in here, actually. I have decided to go back to collecting Namjoon fully. I cannot say no to this boy. I just keep coming back. All right, and these are set up for like an actual full collection for him. But I'm not going to be in any rush to finishing it off. I'll get there when I get there. But if I've learned anything, I just cannot completely drop this. Not without regret and wanting to go back and do it all over again. But yeah, when I have a lot more of this collection, I can probably see about setting it up a little bit more cohesively. But for now, it's all about just having it on hand.
And of course, NCT Dream, they've announced a comeback too, which I am in no way ready for, but that's okay. Because I am just about everywhere with this collection. So I'll get what I get, and don't get too pressed. Okay, that's right. So I got these 2 cards. So yay, progress. And I am collecting 1 card per physical release for my next 3 members of Dream. And I'm starting that from Hot Sauce, because that was basically the release that really, or that was like the first new release for Dream after I'd gotten into them. So I figured that's a good spot as any to start collecting. So as you can see, top 3, Haechan, Chanla, and Jisung. And I think if I'm only getting 1 card per member, and it is something I'm also thinking about doing for Rise and get Shotaro, and I have to figure out who my next favorite member of Rise is, which is kind of why I haven't done it. But yes, that is a thought in my head. But I do like, by also sticking with only 1 card pure release, it takes a lot of pressure off for collecting them in general. That said, I did decide to go ahead and continue. Sorry, gotta get this a little sorted. To get OT6 sets for the circle cards, because they were all done in the era that Mark wasn't part of the group. So like I said, they can be OT6, which means they fit 2 pages so perfectly. And I'm so close to finishing them. And I know not too many people care. Wait, something's not right. No, that's Weeboo. I am missing my Geno. I know I have him. I'll have to re-look. Oh, that's right. I think I know. I'm gonna have to find him, so he's not getting rehomes this time. I will rehome him later. But I know I have him, because I was like 1 off for each member. But I just did recently get the H on here, so I have 1 of them complete now. Yay! And then we have random Ranjun cards. I'm not gonna seek these out, but, well, I don't have any plans on really seeking any of these out, but if I get them, I get them. So I got basically a page, almost a page of that. And then we have some random other members of Dream cards that I wanted to keep. I'm not sure if I will keep both these Shanlas, but definitely keeping this one. I like his lenticular. Okay. Is that? Okay, yes. And after that, I do go ahead and jump right into the Super M. I am still missing a couple of Taeyong cards. Wait. Oh, that's right. Those are I had misplaced those group cards originally. So I set this up without them, but I think I'll just go ahead and put them on this page. But yes, I do want to get those two Taeyong that I'm missing. And then this is just a completed set that's just going to chill in the back here. Everything else is large items. So hopefully ever so slowly I can start filling in all these pages for Ranjan. Especially this poor blank one, but this is a lot of the their Japanese release, Best Friend Ever. And yeah, just slowly working. At least I can say I'm set up for their next release for these guys. I've got to figure out where that Geno went, because I know I have it. And I have an idea of where it is, but got to figure that one out. And I have extra pages in here for whatever reason. Oh well, at least I'm all set. And bigger inclusions that I'm keeping. I need to get this one still, seeing that as that's the one that has like most of the Dream members. But yeah, I think for the most part I'm just sticking with Dream. I am a little tempted with Wish, but I'm not exactly sure. I think I need to give that a little bit more time before I make a decision. But yes, this is basically my NCT binder. And that is actually the last thing for me to go over. So that is all my collections. If you want to put it with the other two videos I made, which I think is well over 3 hours worth.
of me just restoring all these photo cards. Like I mentioned, I'm waiting to get a new kill package. I'll probably get that early March. Twice in the Sserafim have released. I've had a new release. I need to get my hands on all of that. Again, though, I had some surprise expenses and they were not cheap. So it'll may take me a little while. And of course, next week, or is it next week or is it this week that Xikers comes out? I'm gonna have to double check. But their latest release is gonna be out real soon. I definitely want to get at least, you know, one copy of each version. For that on release day. Hopefully it's in stores on release day. At least stay caught up there. I decided to play around with shorts because while I wasn't able to get like all of Twice's versions, I did get a Walmart version of with youth, and I made a little short going over the inclusions that I pulled. So if you're interested in that, check that out. And that's probably something I'm gonna continue with going forward, is if I pick up like a random album, just make a short of it. If it's just like a one-off, and just show my pulls. And yeah, I have a lot to, figure out, plan for. Thankfully, this month I'm gonna have a little bit more money than I have in previous couple of months, so that will help me catch up with new releases and stay ahead, hopefully. And yeah, so that's what you can look forward to. Oh yes, and while I mentioned the Neokyo, I will actually have a BYE haul. I'm hoping probably either late March or April, probably April when that will come in. It's gonna be a much smaller haul, but I'm gonna be getting items like I normally wouldn't get off of BYE. Or yeah, because right now the whole reason I have something with BYE is because I purchased something from the JYPE Japan store, and it comes out about mid-March is when they're shipping them out. So I definitely want to get some stuff to go with that, because I don't want like one little pack of photo cards. It's not worth it. But yeah, lots of stuff coming up. If you're interested in any of that, please subscribe. And that said, thank you everyone for watching, especially if you've made it to the end. Until next time, bye.